these plants are obviously in pots. They're not in the ground. Their roots are exposed on the side to very cold temperatures, to freezing temperatures. Well, because of that, they are susceptible to root dieback and damage. Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden. Today, we're gonna overwinter our mums and we're gonna show you how we do it.
But before we get to that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on every garden care video.
So guys, here we are. Here are all of our garden mums that we have, hardy mums. And so they're all in pots. So we need to overwinter these and we need to do it the correct way. Otherwise they're not gonna last and we won't have them for next year. So you might be wondering, why do we need to protect our mums? Why is this even necessary? And the reason it's necessary is because these plants are obviously in pots. They're not in the ground. Their roots are exposed on the side to very cold temperatures, to freezing temperatures. Well, because of that, they are susceptible to root dieback and damage because that cold can penetrate through this pot and into that soil area, into those roots. For that reason, we want to try to protect them. We don't want them exposed all winter in our climate to the freezing and cold temperatures. So we've done this in the past, and so we know of one way that we do it, but we've seen another way to do it too, and it's really interesting. So the first way that we know how to do this is actually cut these back to about 3 to 4 inches tall out of the pot from the soil, and then take them and put them up against our house, put them up against a structure so they get that residual heat. And we just basically leave them alone for the rest of the winter up against the house. And their roots, the rest of the plant will be protected and get that residual heat from the building. And then when the threat of frost is past this coming spring, we bring them back out and we set them down and they start to grow again. And it's really simple. Now, the other way to do this is to still cut these all back, and we then can take them into the garage or a nice cool dry place which has completely no light whatsoever, and we set them down and we let them sit in that area for the next couple months until to bring them out in the spring. And we keep them watered and check them for water in their soil about once a month. We want the soil to be a little moist but not like overly wet because we don't want to stimulate them to keep growing while they're in storage. So whether you're going to take your plants and put them up against your house for overwintering and get that residual heat, or you're going to take them and store them in a garage or a shed or somewhere where it's cool and it's dry and it's dark, you need to still cut them back. And so we're going to show you how we do it and what you can do for yours. So we're going to take our hand pruners and we're just going to take them and use our eye and guess about 3 to 4 inches. We're just going to give these a haircut. All 3 of these, 1, 2, 3. And what we're going to do is we're just going to clip that off. We're going to be indiscriminate on it. We're not going to really worry about where the cuts are made along the stem because we don't need to. And we're just going to do about 3 to 4 inches above. We're going to guesstimate. It doesn't need to be exact. We're just going to give these a haircut, like I said, and then we'll be able to either set them up against the house, get that residual heat, or we'll set them in our garage to overwinter, as I already described to you. So you'll know when to cut these back when you see that dieback, when you see the stem and the leaves from this past year, and especially the flowers all dying back, and that's after the first couple freezes in your area. You'll see this along the stem, this dieback, and you'll know it's starting to get to the point where you need to cut these back and get them into storage and get them protected. So now our next step is to actually move these, and we're going to put them up against our house like we've done in the past, and they should be fine over this winter in our region. So here we go.
So those are a couple ways that you can protect your mums over the winter. And actually there's a third way. You can heal them in any kind of garden bed or right in the ground. If you dig a hole in the soil, place the pot right in it and then move the soil up against the pot.
We had a previous video about how we healed in our plants, just like Allison described, and we'll leave that down below in the description of this video for you. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below for us. We love hearing from you guys. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
And we'll be back tomorrow with our Friday plant chat, so come on by to see which plant we're highlighting, and have a great day ahead of you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.